Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Mary Lee. Thank you for joining us. In today's news, Texas city volunteers surveyed the mid-June flooding disaster in Eagle Pass. Next, Taiwan's Hualien City Hospital rolls out a new type of prescription bag printed with QR code for patients' ease of use. Finally, we take a look at the effects a smartphone may have on our sleeping pattern. We start the show in Texas of the United States. The city of Eagle Pass, which is located near the U.S.-Mexican border, suffers severe flood damage due to the 36 hours of continuous heavy rains in mid-June. An estimated 600 homes were affected. To help, city volunteers in the state visited the disaster zone to survey the damages and will work with the local Red Cross in recovery efforts.
The 36 hours of continuous heavy rain caused flooding in Eagle Pass, Texas of the United States. Residents living near the U.S.-Mexican border had to flee in the middle of the night.
That night, 2 o'clock in the morning, I get this call at 2 o'clock in the morning saying, you guys need to get here. We've already evacuated people out of Seco Mines, which is here where we're at, also in Elm Creek.
The rainfall reached 430 millimeters in some areas, and close to 600 households suffered severely. The flood water was nearly 1 meter high.
This high, that high.
Wow.
The water gushed into the homes, causing damage to furniture and appliances.
The refrigerator's not working, the boiler's not working. But it was terrible. It was so sad. By the time I got here, I was crying myself out. It was bad.
Upon learning of the news, Texas city volunteers set off to collect volunteers from the nearby Austin liaison office and arrived 6 hours later in the hard-hit Eagle Pass. As local residents start to clean up, they eagerly look forward to assistance.
But now we're asking for money because what we need to buy later is clothes for the beds, drapes, blankets. But I was not alone with all the help of these people. So my husband told me, we're not alone.
The city has been declared by the state of Texas to be a disaster zone, and Tzu Chi will work with the American Red Cross to find out how to best assist the local residents.
Taiwan's Taichung Jingsi Hall was finally opened at the beginning of this year. Covering more than 40,000 square meters of space, this majestic spiritual home emits the glory of Buddhism without the need for words. The Jingsi Hall also easily accommodates 3,000 people, which will aid the recruitment of future volunteers.
From vow to action, some 3,000 members of the public and city volunteers gathered to celebrate the year-end blessing ceremony. Bodhisattvas assemble at the solemn Jingsi Hall, which occupies a total area of some 40,000 square meters, making it the largest city cultivation ground in central Taiwan.
The venue accommodates around 3,000 people, whereas the old Taichung chapter could only accommodate about 1,000. We often had to make use of alternative venues. Now the Taichung Jingsi Hall gives us all the space and facilities we need.
A delegation of entrepreneurs makes a visit to the Jingsi Hall.
Tzu Chi is my physical and spiritual sustenance.
Tens of thousands of volunteers will be able to train in this spacious venue, and in the near future, it will be a place where China city volunteers can join with their Taiwanese counterparts in diligent cultivation.
If, say, the brothers and sisters from China need to attend a training seminar or are receiving their commissioner certification and so on, this will be a convenient location. The whole group can travel by boat to Taichung.
A busy life in a bustling city, the moment one takes a walk inside the Jingsi Hall, one's spirit is instantaneously uplifted by the serene surroundings.
It is modest, yet it contains a lot of culture. There are other cultivation grounds nearby, but the Jingsi Hall is different. It makes people want to come here to experience this tranquility.
There are parks in front and behind the hall, so basically this is a very convenient location, and we anticipate a mass rapid transit station to be opened here in future. This location will attract more people to Tzu.
The Taichung Jingsi Hall also plans to offer community classes to members of the public.
The rooms on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th floor will be used for our community classes. There will be plenty to offer in the future, and classes will not be limited to tea ceremony or flower arrangement. We plan on offering Chinese calligraphy and arts as well. Our focus is on the upliftment of everyone's spiritual well-being.
Stars covering the ceiling inside the Sutra Lecture Hall symbolizes the boundless Bodhi seeds which grew from just one. With the establishment of the Taichung Jingsi Hall, more bodhisattvas will emerge to cultivate this land with goodness and compassion.
Continuing our story of Taichung's Jingsi Hall, as the path of the hall still needs to be completed, local Tzu Chi volunteers not only have to prepare meals for the staff members, but also construction workers. Luckily, with the new kitchen, volunteers are able to prepare delicious and healthy vegetarian food.
Spacious, bright, and clean, this is the kitchen of the new Jingsi Hall in Taichung City.
These are our freezers. They are very big, so we can put many ingredients in here.
These freezers can store many ingredients, which help minimize food wastage.
Normally, lychee skins will oxidize in one day, but with these freezers, we can store them for many days and they will still stay fresh.
Other than storing fruits and vegetables under low temperatures, volunteers also practice proper processing when preparing ingredients.
When we moved in here, construction workers were still working on parts of the Jingsi Hall, so last time we prepared more than 3,000 vegetarian lunchboxes without a hiccup.
Tzu volunteers are very thoughtful. We love them.
For the senior volunteer couple, their life in retirement is full of bliss.
This is a great place for all Tzu volunteers.
I'm very happy to come here today and help out.
College student Jing Zhenxuan also sees this chance to volunteer with her grandmother.
It is great that everyone is working together.
We can achieve many things when everyone works together.
Infused with the volunteers' love, these healthy vegetarian dishes are even more delicious.
The Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital recently introduced a new type of medication bag in order to help patients with drug use safety. On the new bags, a QR code and a color picture of the given medication was added. Patients can now refer to the color picture and also use their smartphone to scan the code to access the hospital's website for further information. Here at Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital, a new type of prescription bag has been rolled out with a color picture showing the medication inside and a QR code for drug information access.
For those who have smartphones, they can scan the QR code on the bag and access our hospital's website, which will provide more information on the drug. There, they can get detailed information on the medication they are taking and learn its side effects.
To ensure drug use safety, Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital has decided to offer these new bags to help the general public check on the medication they are taking.
Of course, it's very convenient. This service is useful. Now I can learn the effects and ingredients of the medication I'm on. Some people may be allergic to certain ingredients, so they cannot take certain medication.
The color or size of some medication is very alike. This extra information, therefore, is very helpful.
Before, patients used to be overwhelmed with information given by pharmacists. However, with Tzu Chi Hospital's new system, members of the public now find it easy to be well informed. Like Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital, Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital is also busy preparing for the upcoming hospital accreditation. To help medical staff focus on the task at hand, Tzu Chi volunteers in northern Taiwan established a service station on the hospital's 5th floor where they take turns providing delicious vegetarian food and desserts for medical staff.
Come lunchtime at Taipei Tzu Hospital, medical staff flock to the service station on the 5th floor to get their food. It is a moment of bliss as everyone gears up for the upcoming accreditation.
This helps us recharge and restores our stamina. Sometimes we work late because we have some administrative paperwork to take care of. Stopping by here to catch our breath is wonderful.
A wide variety of appetizing vegetarian dishes, including desserts made by Tzu volunteers, can be found here.
We hope the medical staff can eat happily and healthily and together pass the upcoming hospital accreditation.
The medical staff can fulfill their daily nutritional needs here so they can better serve the public.
Volunteers in northern Taiwan take turns to man the service station. At 5:30 in the morning, they are already awaiting fresh picked fruits. Kitchen volunteers meet up before 7 and start cooking when ingredients are delivered at 9. Everything is ready and served before lunchtime. The service here is on par with a 5-star hotel. For those too busy to eat, room service is provided. Today's main dish is cold noodles.
The medical bodhisattvas work very hard, so we need to keep them fed.
The volunteers' meticulous efforts keep the medical staff energetic, but due to stress, the superintendent has gained 2 kilograms.
They work hard and come up with various ways to make us eat. You can feel their love as you eat.
Come earlier tomorrow so you can have some cold noodles.
The motherly love and flavor that is available all day long is what everyone enjoys the most here.
The flavoring is just right, so you just cannot stop eating.
She hasn't had the time to eat all day, but by coming here at night, she can get fed and feel family warmth.
Thanks to the volunteers, the medical staff have a place to go to recharge physically and mentally.
As Northern District Tzu Chi volunteers are taking turns helping at the Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital, a Tzu Chi volunteer couple, Zhu Wenjiao and her husband, Huang Zhenrong, have taken it upon themselves to be the main coordinators of the volunteers' work as a way to reciprocate for the love they received.
Delivering a tray of snacks to each department of Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital is the husband and wife team of Tzu Chi volunteer Huang Zhenrong and Zhu Wenjiao. The couple has been doing this daily for the past 2 months.
My husband was admitted to the hospital twice. When I heard our hospital was going through an evaluation, I thought this was the perfect opportunity for me to reciprocate their love and care.
Every morning at 6, the couple arrives at the hospital. Besides coordinating volunteer work, they also prepare beverages for the medical staff using nothing but the best of ingredients.
Because we want to eat the most natural and healthiest food, so we are adding bananas to enhance the sweetness.
From washing, chopping to juicing, every step is carefully carried out as Zhu does her part in looking after the well-being of the medical staff.
Giving them a beverage like this, which has fruits and nuts, can supply them with energy. So even if they do not have time for a meal, this drink can help meet their nutrients for the day.
By personally delivering the snacks into the hands of medical staff, the couple is showing their support and appreciation in the best way they can.
In recent years, not only has insomnia been a problem for adults, but currently there are also reports of children having trouble falling asleep at night. A major reason has been the use of computers or cell phones in the hours preceding sleep, an activity which has been shown to have an impact on the production of melatonin, thus leading to the symptoms of insomnia. In our next report, we take a closer look at how our dependence on technology is interfering with our ability to get a good night's sleep.
Like usual, these twins are getting ready for their afternoon nap. However, today it will be a bit different. Before sleeping, the older sister is allowed to play a computer game for 10 minutes. Next, the mother tries to get the two sisters to sleep.
你躺里面，可以吗？你躺这边哦，还是躺外面？不要了。你不要哦，那我们坐好，我们坐好，好，预备哦。从前有3只小猪。啊，你妹妹要睡了哈，那我们准备哦，预备，来，佩珍来，你来这边。
Her younger sister is already asleep. Peyton, however, still doesn't want to go to sleep.
有玩到。
If they use the computer or watch TV, it takes them longer to get to sleep because they haven't used up any energy, just their eyes and fingers. You can see she is already tired, but she doesn't want to go to sleep.
Already 30 to 40% of children have trouble sleeping at night, mostly because they stayed up late playing the computer or their cell phones.
Overuse of computers or cell phones has been linked to problems with insomnia. At National Jiao Tong University's Brain Research Center, researchers have developed several new instruments to measure brain waves in order to better understand the effect of electronics on sleep patterns.
Before the subject goes to sleep, we place this on their head, and with these 4 electrodes, we are given a clear picture of the connection between the state of their brain with regard to the quality of their sleep.
The experiment shows that by using a computer or smartphone for 30 minutes or more before bedtime, there will be corresponding changes in brain waves during the night, making it clear that sleep is indeed affected by the use of computers or cell phones.
这个受测者他只有9% 的所谓的睡眠期，绝大
The test subject only had 9% of what we call deep sleep. The rest of the time he was in a state of light sleep. In a normal sleep pattern, deep sleep should account for 20% to 25% of total sleep. That is what we would call a good night's sleep. So if before going to bed we play computer games, the quality of our sleep will be affected.
Modern day life is almost inseparable from the computer and smartphone, with many spending time on these devices late into the night. But by doing so, users may not only create tension in their bodies, but light pollution from these devices may also interfere with sleep.
Bright lights near us will be received by the brain, which in turn will produce less melatonin, the hormone that helps us sleep. This means that our sleep will be shallower, though we suggest that 30 minutes to 1 hour before going to sleep. You should stop using any device that stimulates you.
If you or your child want to get a good night's sleep before going to bed, make sure to turn off all computers and smartphones, as the key to getting a good night's rest is a calm mind and relaxed body.
According to research conducted in Canada, CO2, when emitted, can stay in our planet's atmosphere for thousands of years. However, there is an easy way to reduce our carbon emission, and that is to embrace vegetarianism.
车手关灯吧。摩托车少发动嘛。我开2条腿，我现在正要走路去接小孩。
To reduce carbon emissions, most of us would try to turn off lights or drive less. However, there's another way, and that is to go meatless.
If we want to provide a livable environment for our next generation, we need to reduce carbon emissions. We should think of ways to stop producing CO2, not how to get rid of it after we produce it. We can do so by eating less meat, eggs, and milk products, and embracing seasonal vegetables and fruits.
According to research, more than 50% of greenhouse gases comes from livestock, while the trees that can absorb CO2 are being cut down so land can be turned into ranches to raise livestock. In fact, the idea of going meatless to reduce carbon emissions is supported by the United Nations, and many doctors also suggested that vegetarianism can prevent disease.
Research has discovered that many diseases started in ranches. For example, H1N1, which is a combination of gene segments from pigs, and the avian flu, which spread from birds to humans.
Instead of worrying about the greenhouse gas emissions from big industries, all of us can do our share in protecting our planet by going meatless and eating seasonal vegetables and fruits.
Also about going meatless, in New Taipei City's Banqiao district, Tzu Chi volunteers actively promote vegetarianism by holding cooking lessons in communities on a weekly basis. The dishes are all designed to be easy to make, great tasting, and pleasing to the eye, so more people will be willing to adopt vegetarianism.
This is a simple napa cabbage stir fry, yet the unusual aroma is quite appetizing. As it turns out, celery was first added to bring out the flavor.
People ask me, why do I cook so well, and why do my vegetable dishes turn out different than others? My secret isn't anything special. I just use whatever ingredients are available.
At Tzu Chi's vegetarian cooking class in Banqiao of New Taipei City, residents come once every weeknight to learn how to make healthy meatless meals.
For the health of their family, we've been telling them to go meatless. However, since most of them think of pickled vegetables when they hear the word vegetarian, so we have invited instructor Pei Zhen to come teach them and update their way of thinking.
My vegetarian dishes don't taste vegetarian, so all of you will like them, and so will your family members.
To help more people give up eating meat, Tzu Chi volunteers put a lot of effort into every dish, making even the simplest dishes more appetizing.
I feel that since I started a vegetarian diet some 2 months ago, I can really tell the difference. I have better stamina and am more alert. I feel lighter and more refreshed. The most obvious is how my sleep quality has improved. No longer do I sleep a lot and still feel lethargic.
Because I don't want to cultivate bad karma, so I don't want to eat meat. My children are vegetarian as well.
Volunteers also actively promote eating 80% full and saving the rest for charity, which is a win-win situation for both our health and the planet's well-being.
In Taiwan's Kaohsiung, we meet 58-year-old steam bun chef Zhang Xing'an, who suffered an aortic aneurysm 2 years ago, which resulted in the paralysis of his left hand. In order to continue on his task of protecting the earth and promoting vegetarian diets, Zhang has tried to recover the use of his left hand. He says with just one person's effort and devotion, our environment can be better. Therefore, he will carry on with his mission.
Using both hands to knead the dough is steam bun chef Zhang Xing'an. It is hard to believe that his left hand was once paralyzed.
I suffered an aortic aneurysm and underwent vascular bypass surgery. But a blood clot put pressure on my nerve inside the left arm, so my left hand was paralyzed.
58-year-old Zhang Xing'an used to be a marketing manager in an auto import company. 12 years ago, with a conviction to protect the environment, Zhang decided to start his own organic steam bun business and actively promote vegetarian diets and organic lifestyles.
Over the past few years, I've realized that people have gradually accepted the healthy stuff, something that is free from pollution and is beneficial to both our health and the environment.
Despite the higher costs of organic ingredients and challenges from his illness, Zhang has not given up. He believes as long as he continues to spread the benefits of healthy lifestyles and meatless diets, our environment will surely be better off.
At the end of the show, we follow Malaysia Sabah Tzu Chi volunteers as they hold vegetarian cooking classes at the Kota Kinabalu Tzu Chi Continuing Education Center. Participants discover that meatless dishes are not difficult to make at all, and most of all, the end result tastes great as well. We will leave you with these images. Thank you for watching DaAi Headlines. Goodbye.